Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Rafael Leao. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Fofana did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Rafael Leao clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Fikayo Tomori has a rare reputation.
Shot a goal! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Modric.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Modric. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking...
Jimenez! Oh, split-second reaction.
Jimenez is offering a right smile there.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Nkunku plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Pulisic, spread it left. Nice control. Shot could be a big chance! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Füllkrug. Rabiot. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And they can counter here. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pulisic. Fofana. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, strongly challenged there. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. He's through here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Jimenez. Now this could be a chance.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Now it's Füllkrug. He's in a great position here. That's good play. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Milan! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Milan have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react. Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Bartesaghi. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. And here's Füllkrug. De Winter, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Might be danger here. This looks promising. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Knocks it into space. Fofana. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's very neat. He's got away. Across. Keeper's dealt with that. Nkunku. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Milan go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Milan looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. Back on the way then.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Jimenez. Nkunku going forward. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a decent clearance. And it's Nkunku. And here's Füllkrug. Now it's Nkunku. And he is deftly away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And he was quick to react. Milan are still that goal to the good. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Modric. That's good running with the ball. That's been slipped through. Oh, nice touch. Modric. Oh, that's nice. Modric plays it in. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Milan choosing to make the first change. And it's Loftus-Cheek. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempt.
Chance! And it's in! AC Milan are all square. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Ha segnato al 67esimo minuto, numero 10.
Milan restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he has been fouled there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
So time for change.
Modric.
And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
He's found space here. That has been cut short. Füllkrug. Nkunku. Pulisic. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Now it's Füllkrug. Pinged towards the front line.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's intervened well there. Into the last quarter of an hour. Pulisic.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Space for him to turn and look. Chance for a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Loftus-Cheek. And it's Loftus-Cheek. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. Jimenez gets flagged offside. Jimenez. Oh, that's a key interception. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
The final 5 minutes.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rafael Leao receives it in a good position here.
Il quarto uomo indica
They need to play this
2 minuti di
quicker in
recupero.
transitions like this.
Oh, that's clever. Look at the space here. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9, numero 11, numero 27. numero 31.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra
Il numero
time.
46, il numero 23. Attenzione, un cambio.
Searching passes played there. Well read, nice interception. De Winter. And it's Sailamakers for Nkunku. Loftus-Cheek. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Great chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan leading now. Loftus-Cheek. And that has been slung wide. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And no, that was never going to make it. Loftus-Cheek. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Rafael Leao. That is good progress on the left. Fofana. Nkunku. And here's Salamakers. Tries to play it through. Salamakers. He's on it. Can he get away? There's the shot! It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, teacher, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 19.
And it is half-time in extra time. So there you have it. This game has tipped tellingly in one direction. 15 minutes to go, but it is starting to look done. And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? And he's heaved it away. Has a look and plays it forward. Salmakers. And he's managed to get free. And it's Nkunku.
That's good play from him.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Fofana. Now it's Salmakers. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
And he's well positioned here. Goes for a shot! Goal! Stoppage time approaching! Is that the final act? He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
I think we're just about done here. He has found the way through, and here's Salamakers. That is good strength. He is just caressing the ball. And we're done. Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Nkunku. Looking to play him in.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Rafael Leao, Peter, is one player who could be unstoppable if he's in the mood. Easily one of the fastest players I've ever seen. He's capable of taking on multiple defenders, and he can cause imbalances for any defence. And that's their problem, because so many want to try and get to him to stop him getting into his stride. It just leaves space for others.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Ah, good steal, he just read it. That is good alertness. Rabiot, that has been slung wide. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Oh, good take in a good area. Played up towards the front line. Pavlovic did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And here's Füllkrug. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Nkunku. And the counter is on. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Nkunku. Over to the right flank. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Bartesaghi.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
And it's Fofana.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Rabiot. And that's been intercepted. Now it's Nkunku. And that is a little undercooked. Rafael Leao. Driving on and making good progress. Nkunku. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played. That's going to go a long way. Pulisic makes a move down the right. Nkunku. And it's Fofana. And it's Loftus-Cheek. Looking for options for movement. And here's Pulisic. Rabiot. Pulisic. Now it's Rafael Leao. Now it's Nkunku. Loftus-Cheek. That's good running with the ball. And here's Rafael Leao. Nkunku. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. That has been cut short. De Winter cuts it out. And claimed it back swiftly. Some really good ball movement. Tries one from range!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nkunku. And this is Rabiot. Fofana. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Rafael Leao. That's the end of the first 45. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Now it's Pulisic. He's on it. Can he get away? Jimenez! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Bartesaghi. Pavlovic. And it's Bartesaghi. De Winter. Now Pulisic.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Jimenez. And the shot! It's there! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Defending was strong and firm.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the...
Real chance! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost...
Oh, just a keeper now, and a chance! And he should have made them pay.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
Füllkrug looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And it's Nkunku. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Jimenez going after that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And here's Rafael Leao. Loftus-Cheek. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Jimenez. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, what has happened here? Rabiot. Rafael Leao looking understandably energised after his goal. He might have to go it alone here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Out of play for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 7, il numero 12, il numero
Looking wide.
56. Cambio di
It's a
giocatori.
sharp little ball here. Jimenez gets into a good position.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Nkunku. Jimenez. And here's Rafael Leao. Can he spark a counter here? De Winter spots it and intercepts. Nkunku. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Jimenez shapes to shoot. They want to be quick to recover this. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal out.
Great chance! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality of the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 31.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Lasciano il campo per
Milan
il numero
found the
46.
way forcibly.
Il numero 23.
Now they must hold
Attenzione,
out.
la sostituzione.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit?
He's had a shot! The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Salamakers with the clearance.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Rafael Leao. Jimenez engages and forces him off the ball. We are into overtime. Rafael Leao.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he can clear it away. And that is that. Milan have won it by sheer force of